Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Patriot Games. Today we're doing a gear review, something that I should have done a lot sooner, but nonetheless, here we are. Everything was great. There were only a few things that I really want to change. One of them's kind of big, but for the most part, all my gear performed great. We'll start with the clothing. The clothing is the simplest because nothing's changing. The boots, the socks, the pants, the belt, which is the inner belt to this. Everything's great. We're supplied with a shirt that we're supposed to wear that shows that we are competitors. It separates us from the judges and whatnot. So all my clothing is great. Nothing's going to change. Running in the boots with the socks and the pants, no issues whatsoever. Now, it wasn't that hot, but nothing's going to change clothing-wise. For the concealed carry portion, with the X Compact and the Tier 1 Axis Slim holster with the extra magazine holder, no issues whatsoever, very comfortable, nothing's going to change in that respect. I did add a Tier 1 concealed dual mag holder, and this goes at my 4 o'clock because I'm left-handed. In the first Patriot Games, I ran with some magazines in my pocket and they fell out, so I had to turn around and go back. I added this one because I didn't want that to happen again, and even though these are the Legion holder magazines, there's really good retention in these, and when I'm doing some running, they will not come out. And while I didn't put them back in, it's something that I need to practice. I did put them in my pocket to run back. When I'm running with full magazines, there's no issue there whatsoever. So Tier 1 dual mag holder, that's going to be in the concealed carry portion from here forth. I love these headphones, or these ear protection, ear pros. These are 3M Peltor Sports, and they're very comfortable. They have good noise reduction and sound amplification. You can hear conversations from far away while it mitigates the sound of the gunshots. But when I go running, so we had to run a mile, shoot, run a mile, shoot. Carrying these while running is not comfortable. So I might add, it's not a necessity, but I might add some in the ear pro, just so that I don't have to carry these, because I don't run with these on, I wind up carrying them, and that's just annoying. So like I said, I don't have to. It's really last thing on the list, but at some point I'd like to add some in the ear pro. The belt works great. Now that I've had it, I've competed twice, 4 days. It's kind of loosening up a little bit. Like some of these mollies are just getting a little out of whack, and the same thing happens with this one on the pistol holder. This one tends to come up, especially when I pull the magazine out. So just some things are loosening up. This holster over here, when I was running, I noticed it was kind of clanking around a little bit like this. So I just need to tighten some things up, and that's what happens when you use your stuff. It just kind of breaks itself in. The IFAK. Over the 2 Patriot Games, I don't need an IFAK on my belt. There's medic there. Really, the only thing that you do need is a tourniquet, and I have a tourniquet on my plate carrier. So in the long run, I could eliminate this whole apparatus on my back, save some weight, and maybe the belt won't sag a little bit because of all the extra weight. It would also allow me to get the dump pouch into the small of my back, or on the right side where my support hand is, so that I can reach easier, because what I was doing was I was taking the magazine with my support hand and coming all the way around, or I have to take my hand off of whatever weapon I'm using to get that back there. So ultimately, I'd like to get the dump pouch further back, or even slightly to the right. But overall, everything is great. Having the mag holders here, these high-speed gear mag holders are great. They're kind of breaking in, and I can get the magazines in easier and whatnot. So the belt is great. The plate carrier. I still love the plate carrier. There's really no issues with this whatsoever. I really like the patch that I got from Patch Panel. It's got the tourniquet holder down here, which is why I said I can eliminate my IFAK on there if I chose to go that route. The Maximus placard is still fantastic. I love having the extra pistol mag holders up here, because when we do have to do an event with different number of rounds in the magazines, there was one where we had to do 12, 12, and 10. So I can put that 10 all the way over here on the left side, and I know that that is 10 rounds in there, and I can put the 12s somewhere else, either up here or in the 3 spots on my belt. I went with some Gen 3 mags with the poles. They're really nice. Ultimately, this Maximus placard, and the HRT's been approached numerous times, a lot of feedback saying, can they make a Maximus placard without the pockets? Because ultimately, I like having the 3 mags here and then the 2 pistol mag holders here, but I don't necessarily need the pockets, because it just adds a little bulk, especially when you're going prone. But the quick detach, it's great. Everything about this plate carrier is great. I might try out some RX plates, I'm not sure. They did comment on one of my videos in the past, and I just have to go back and find that. The Spartan Armor plates, they just move around a lot because they are swimmer's cut. I was really worried about the weight, but can totally use it the way it is right now. The X5 Legion, which is my competition pistol, is great. No reason to change it. Love these Legion magazines. Everything about that is a great pistol. The big thing that's going to change is the rifle. I've already converted this back. There's no bolt in here, so it's unloaded. But I converted this back to how I normally have it, with the linear comp on the front and the red dot versus the LPVO. And this is going to stay like this. I'm going to retire this from competition. I built this before I started competing, and just a couple of things that I don't necessarily like for competition. One is the sling placement. In the first Patriot Games, I had the sling here and I had the sling here, and it wound up going horizontal on me. We had to do a bear crawl in this last Patriot Games, and if you were there, you'd see how many people's slings were flying all over the place. They came up and they hit you in the back of the head, or they flew all the way around front. So you're trying to pull this 75 or 100-pound sandbag, and you've got a sling in the way also, or a rifle in the way also. So one of the guys I became friends with, his name's Chad, he's got a Titan strap, and what that does is it goes on the back of your plate carrier. You would attach it to like here, and then have another point here, and when you have your rifle around the back, it slings around and straps it to your back. So that is one of the things that I am looking to get to just help keep that rifle stationary. You use it while you're running and all that stuff. When I was running, I wound up running with the rifle in my hand, which wasn't comfortable either. But I'm going to be building a different rifle, something that is more suited towards competition. It's going to have a little bit longer barrel. It's going to have a flash hider from the get-go, because I have to convert this back and forth because you cannot use linear comps. I'm going to use a stock. I'm going to pin and weld a flash hider on here so that I can have a stock, and I'm going to use a stock that has a sling mount at the back. So I'll have it at the very back, and I can utilize this holder here again. Just ordered the last piece this morning, so when that is all done, when I get all the pieces, I hope to have that done by the time I take my Achilles tactical class in January. But overall, the gear is great. Now, I didn't need to replace the rifle, but just want to have something more suited for competition. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, going through some of the gear, what works, what doesn't work, and how I'm going to change for the next time. So like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.